Reaches in the third. He's being waved.
And he scored what ended up the Yankees game-winning run. New York beat Boston 4-3 on ESPN. San Diego shut out the Chicago Cubs. Cleveland beat Detroit. The deciding games in all those series are today. I'm Dave Anthony. This is Fox News.
Lawrence County depends on WDXE News, on the air since 1951. This is the Fan. 105.3, 95.3, WDXE.
It's time for the world's famous Quik Mart Hour.
Can you believe it's here again?
The Quik Mart Hour.
It seems like it was just yesterday.
Well, it gets here quick.
It does. And so does our weigh-in. It gets here too quick.
The weigh-in.
So we're skipping this week. Kevin's on vacation.
We're skipping it.
So you got to laugh a lot today, Jeff.
Okay. Well, I don't think I can laugh like Kevin.
He gets tickled.
Kevin, where'd he go anyway?
They usually go to the beach, don't they?
They went to the beach?
Orange Beach maybe or something like that?
I guess.
I don't know. Wherever they're at, they're having a good time.
He'll come back fat and tanned.
Yeah, exactly. So, Kevin, if you're listening to us, don't worry about weighing in. Go ahead and have a good time on your vacation.
That's right.
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh. So you begged me to call him.
Yeah. We were talking about Randy.
Randy, that's a big fat lie. He said, whatever you do, don't call Randy.
Yeah. I was hoping he'd get in the back seat.
We were talking about the trip. I wish we should have got him. He would have been fun to go with.
Yeah. So there's plenty of room in the car.
Listen, we're going to do it again.
How many people can we fit in that station wagon?
Well, honestly, the station wagon is going to be sold.
Oh, is it?
So we're going to have to find us a new one.
Oh, okay.
But anyway, that's okay.
Okay.
That's okay. But hopefully between now and the time we do it again, we'll get us a big van or something. I don't know.
Well, Landy's got stuff up there.
Landy's got stuff we can
and
drive.
There might be some cars sitting around we can take.
Yeah. And John Huntley.
Yeah, John's always got his hands on a vehicle.
Listen, he could get us a brand new something to drive.
Yeah, we need to test out cars while we're doing it.
We could do a test drive.
So next time we'll take like an electric Hummer.
I think that's a good idea.
Awesome.
I don't want an electric car.
Oh, yeah, they're awesome.
I don't care.
Yeah. Well,
I'm just against them.
Don't be against anything. That's what do they call that when you're against something you don't even know about it?
I do know about it.
You don't know a lot about it, do you?
Well,
I didn't until I drove one, and I fell in love with it.
I driven a Prius. I used to drive a Prius.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, I had one. It was a company car.
Oh, okay.
And I didn't like it. Number one, it was way too small for me.
That's what I'm thinking. I mean, you wouldn't like it to have an engine in it.
No, anyway.
Because I wouldn't like it if it had an engine.
The fleet manager, when he handed me the car, I didn't have to drive it long. I brought it back, and they gave me another one, a different vehicle. He said, "I knew when they put you in that car, they weren't going."
They're back there flipping coins. How long is he going to last?
How long is he going to last in that?
Yeah.
Okay.
So what did you end up eating yesterday?
I ate a big cheeseburger.
All right.
And some onion rings and a nice glass of tea. It was awesome.
So was it crowded or was it what?
No, there was a handful of people. We saw some guys there from, where were they from? Story and Lee.
Okay.
There's some Story and Lee doing some deliveries down that way.
Yeah.
And there was a crew there from Story and Lee that we knew from up here.
Well, I figured that folks heard that you're going on a road trip down there. They'd probably just meet you up down there.
Well, we didn't tell them exactly when we'd be there, so
yeah, you're right.
because listen, when you're famous like Lanny and
That's
Dennis
right.
Tipper, you don't. The crowds just come.
That's what I'm saying.
John Huntley, he has a crowd folling him everywhere.
If you look at that picture, all four of you guys are probably the four most well-known folks in the county, and each of y'all have your own circle that you're in.
I guess.
Well, John and Laney sort of has some of the same circle because of the car business and stuff, but.
Just think if you'd have been with us, I mean, the crowd would have been
Oh,
huge.
no, listen, I'm glad I wasn't with you
The
because
crowd
I
would have
think
been
it's
huge.
the perfect, yesterday was the perfect picture that you took. So,
anyway, you can
I'm
see that
excited.
picture on my Facebook page, by the way.
Yeah.
So there you go.
So, talking about hamburgers, did you know that for lunch you can go to Quik Mart
Yes.
and get a cheeseburger,
Yes.
hamburger dressed any way that you like it?
Yes, you can.
Now, you can
and
go.
they're good too.
Oh, yeah, you're right. You're exactly right. They're good.
Not only that, there's a lot of variety of it. You can get a plate lunch.
That's right. And if you want lasagna on your hamburger, you can do that. Where can you do that at, other than Quik Mart?
I hadn't thought of that.
Yeah.
Now you've given me something to think about.
Exactly. My buddy Paul Rawson's trying to call me. And,
Yeah.
he's probably traveling. I'll have to give him a call back.
Does he not know that you have a world famous radio program?
Yeah, but
this
he
time
don't
of
know
year?
it's Thursday though. Is his problem?
He don't know what day it is.
That's right.
Okay.
No, he got a new job. He's up in Mount Pleasant now.
Oh,
And,
yeah, that's right.
So he's not in Fayetteville anymore. He's up in Mount Pleasant. So I still don't see him much. I used to see him every once in a while. I used to be on his board of directors over in Fayetteville, but I'm not on there anymore. So
Yeah.
and I used to be on the board of directors up in Mount Pleasant, but I'm not on that anymore. So I'm just out
You
of the
get
loop.
kicked off all the boards.
I'm on all the boards. So
I never have been asked to be on a board.
it's a weird. Here's my recommendation: don't be on a board unless it pays something.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
That's because
Is
every
it a
board I'm
paying-
on doesn't pay anything.
Is it a paying board?
So it
That's
costs
what
me to be on the board usually.
Yeah.
So, what were we? I want to talk about the government shutdown. Did you feel anything different yesterday?
No, not at all.
I thought, well, I'm gonna do,
All the Quik Marts are still operating just fine.
yeah, and traffic flowed just fine.
flowed
I
just
came out of
fine.
Nashville
The
yesterday.
gas pumps are working.
Yeah, it might have even flowed even better for Wednesday night.
So there you
again.
go.
So, but where else can you go? It's just the non-essential workers that are not working. All the essential workers are working. So let me ask you something.
Yeah.
Where have you ever worked that they just hired a bunch of non-essential workers? Has your boss ever said, let's just go hire a bunch of non-essential people and
Yeah.
pay them?
Yeah. Well,
Where else does that work
that
with the
only
federal
happened.
government? Is that not even an argument?
I know. That's kind of a funny thing to think about, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, to be labeled non-essential,
Yeah.
it's just, and I guess I understand it. I mean, the
So if
government's
they
functioning.
came, if the management came in here to the studio and said, we're cutting out all non-essential personnel,
Yeah,
and honestly,
yeah, I don't know. A computer could do your stuff all
a
day.
computer could do my job all day.
Yeah, but
Except, they can't interact with people.
that's right. You can't put the human element is what
Yeah.
makes the radio.
Yeah.
That's right.
So there you go.
And I guess that may be what makes the federal government. I don't know what's considered essential or non-essential, but but where else in the world do you have non-essential workers?
Well, I think everybody. Now here's a problem. Everybody knows that the government is bloated and oversized.
Yeah,
And spends way too much money.
yeah.
But if we start cutting anything, it affects somebody,
Oh yeah.
and they're not going to like it.
Well, just
And so you got that catch-22, really.
yeah.
It's like, yeah, we know the government needs to be downsized. We know it needs to be lessened. We know we need less government. But nobody really wants to do that because it does hurt some folks. They're used to having what they're having.
Well, if it would have the effect that it should have, so like yesterday, in conjunction with the government shutdown of non-essential workers, 154,000 or so federal workers took the buyout yesterday, and so that means they're gone. They're off.
That means they're off there and not going to be back.
Yeah, that means they're gone, not going to be back. So you've got 154,000 people that either retired or is going to be out looking for jobs somewhere else.
Yeah.
So the effect of that should be is that the government needs less money to run.
Yeah,
so
it should be.
So they tax you less, but that doesn't happen.
That's the problem.
That is the problem. And so, anyway,
Each of these departments do not want to really cut their budget, ever.
so it's been a long-standing thing. And early in my career, I was contracted with the federal government in Washington D.C. And you wonder how $25,000 toilet lids come around and stuff like that. I'll give you an example. We did what I call mini mainframe computer stuff when I
Okay.
first started out.
All right.
Or micro mini, however you want to categorize it. But we worked for the Department of the Army for Research, Development, and Acquisition, and we probably had 600 users on that system. And so at the end of the year, it's not just the military, but every branch of government, when they get allocated money in a budget, if they don't use that allocation, they don't get reallocated the next year. So the end of the year comes around and they got to spend this money. So there were times when the COTAR would walk in our office and say, I need to spend $200,000 today, what can you sell me? Well, we can sell you a toilet seat or a hammer
Yeah.
or something, you know, and that's the way that stuff comes about. And it's not until, I mean, our company didn't do that. We actually sold them computer equipment, but
Right.
there's places that would do that. You know, if you're on the GSA schedule and you're supplying equipment, and GSA comes to you and say, hey, we need to drop 500 grand today. What do you do?
Mm-hmm.
What do you sell you? So anyway, that's the way those things come about. Some of them, not all of them, but some of them do. And but I've been.
It's hard to imagine though that somebody somewhere couldn't get a grip on that and say we're not going to do that kind of thing anymore.
Well, President Trump tried to, and it's like picking up a squealing pig.
Yeah.
You know, you pick it up and the thing starts squealing and wiggling, and I just see that, you know, if you're going to make the cuts, let the people feel the cut. You know,
Yeah.
You know, the federal tax brackets have just gone up and up. You know, and so
Well, that's how it happened.
yeah,
That's how. But listen, we're more efficient than that around here.
yeah, we are.
We're more efficient than that around here, and we're more efficient than that in our own businesses, and that's what we're asking for out of the government, is to be more efficient.
Yeah, and I probably should say that the opinions that stay here are my own and not those of Quik Mart convenience stores.
Well, that's right.
Because at Quik Mart, we don't care. We just want you to come in and get a biscuit and a drink.
That's
and fill
right.
up with gas.
That's right. We're there for one thing: the convenience of your customers.
Yeah, absolutely.
That is exactly right. And listen, the views and comments heard on this station are not necessarily those of this station's management or ownership,
Yeah, you're
but
right.
they ought to be.
But they ought to be. Who used to say that? What was the guy's name?
Rush Limbaugh.
No, there was another guy.
There was another.
That's my opinion. It ought to be yours.
Oh, I don't remember that.
Oh yeah, you do. He would always start off his segment. You know what makes me sick?
Oh, that was Les. What's his name?
I can't think.
Gosh,
You know, you remember what? You remember?
I
him?
think I know who you're talking about.
You say, you know what makes me want to throw up? And,
You know
or
what makes
whatever.
me sick?
So,
America. He'd say something like that. I can't
Oh,
think
yeah.
of his name.
I can't think of it.
Gosh, I can't think of his name, but yeah,
I listened
I
to
know
him
who you're
one
talking
driving to
about.
work.
I know who you're talking about.
All right, so I got we got, you know, Kevin's not here today, so we can't play one man trivia. But I've got some stuff to agree or disagree with. And of course, we're going to take 12 qualifiers today for the $25 gift card for Quik Mart convenience stores.
Yes,
So
absolutely. And by the way, let me do this phone call. I
Okay.
guess. We get a phone call. Are we taking qualifiers already?
I hope you are.
I don't have anything to write on.
Here, hang on a second. Hang on.
I should have got prepared for this.
We got to get prepared for this. Take that piece of paper.
Thank you.
And okay, so you're my first qualifier. Who are you?
Tony Dix.
Hey, Tony. All right. We got one so far. I guess we're going to keep going. And who do we have here? Gloria Keener.
Gloria.
Gloria Keener. My pencil's so round here on the end, I can't even hardly write. Hey, good morning. How are you?
Fine. This is Sue Law.
Sue.
Sue Lott.
Thank you, Sue.
Thank you.
All right, we're taking qualifier 7669393 is the number for the $25 gift card giveaway. 7669393 if you want to get in on the game. And who do we have here?
Cindy Adams.
Cindy
Cindy Adams.
Adams.
And it's a pretty gift card this time.
I saw that. I see
sunshine.
that. And who do we have here?
Debbie Pavanetti.
Debbie Pavanetti. All right, Debbie Pavanetti, thank you. And let's get another one. And who do we have here?
Wanda Chapman.
Wanda. How did I know you'd get through? All right, thank you, Wanda. All right, let's see. I'm going to do something right quick. I'm going to cut the mics off. I had to sharpen my pencil.
Well, that was a sound that we could have, nobody would have guessed.
And good morning. Who do we have here? Hello?
Lou Durham.
Lou Durham.
That's my mama.
Hey! Why don't you go ahead and just give her a card?
She may be disqualified.
We'll take care of you. Thank you, Miss Durham.
Friends and family or not.
And good morning. Who do we have here? DT.
DT.
Woo! Turn your radio down when you call, please. Goodness gracious.
DT's right at the radio.
You know, blow my head off. 766-9393.
You ought to be used to that by now.
I'm somewhat. Hey, good morning. Who do we have here?
Diane Taylor.
Diane Taylor. T-A-Y-L. All right, we got that. And who do we have here? Good morning. Who do we have here?
Linda Purcell.
Linda Purcell.
I've already forgotten what a fried pie tastes
How many
like.
we got? And listen, we need a reminder. We need a reminder. See you next time. All right. How many you
She
got?
tickles me. Oh, I need two more.
I need two more
I
qualifiers.
thought you was asking me how many pies I need.
No,
And I'm
two.
like, I'll take a dozen.
Good morning. Who do we have here?
Sam McFarland.
Oh,
Sam
I haven't
McFall.
heard from Sam in a couple days.
Thank you, Sam. All right, we got one more. Is that right?
One more.
Only
Number 12.
one more. This will be my last one. One more qualifier.
12.
And who do we have here?
Ricky Fleming.
Ricky Fleeman?
Rick. How you doing, bud?
Yep. Good.
All right. Thank you, man. That was our last qualifier. 766. All right. I guess I need to give the number.
I like Ricky Fleeman, but you can't get in an argument with him.
You can't?
No, he's just a mild-tempered guy. He don't argue.
He don't argue?
I've never been in a situation getting an argument with him.
All right.
So
All right.
we've got all of our qualifiers. If you're calling for that,
Yeah, we've already got our qualifier. Sorry about that.
but if you want to call and talk on the radio, we're going to do something a little bit different today. We can't have one-man trivia with Jeff. We're going to do agree or disagree with different controversial things.
Yeah.
And so if you want to chime in and say if you agree or disagree with us.
Agree or disagree?
Yeah. So Jeff, you're going to see if you agree. So I've got the stats right here, whether people are neutral or whether they strongly agree or disagree or strongly disagree. And we'll
Okay.
see if you fall in the majority
Okay.
of the results.
Agree or disagree?
Agree or
And we'll
disagree.
take phone calls that want to come in or want to comment on it. Okay.
Yeah. So the first agree or disagree question is this: should all 10-year-olds have a mobile phone, or should 10-year-olds have a mobile phone? Now, did you let your kids have a phone at 10 years old?
I did not.
So where's 10 years? I have to think back. Where's 10 years old? That 5th grade, maybe?
I guess. I don't even know. Let's
Yeah, because
see.
you're 6 at 1st grade, right?
Yes,
So
yeah.
the 5th or 6th grade.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah. So do you agree or disagree that 10-year-olds should have a mobile phone?
I would disagree that they should have a mobile phone.
Well, you would be in the majority there because most people do disagree that 10-year-olds have a
Yeah.
phone.
Now, in fact, I
So
think
why do you disagree?
I think you ought to keep them off of them as long as you can.
Now, I agree with that now, but what makes you think that? Because it's
Well,
a good way to stay,
I'll tell you, because there's a lot of dangers with those phones, as you know. And I don't even know if I even need to elaborate on it, but.
Are you talking about TikTok and things
I'm
like
talking
that?
about anything and everything. I mean, you have access to anything and everything that you can imagine on that phone, if it's a smartphone.
Well, here's I see two big downfalls with giving a youngster a phone.
Mm-hmm.
Number one, it tends to become their main source of communication.
Yeah.
Instead of just talking and looking people eye to eye and talking to them, the phone becomes their main source of communication. And you and I both know that people will say things in an anonymous manner that they wouldn't never tell you face
Yeah.
to face,
Yeah.
and it really hurts the person on the other end. The words do hurt, and they do have effect. And so I would agree with that. In fact, I don't know where I would draw the line. My kids had phones early.
Yeah.
And we use the excuse, well, they're at home and they need to be able to call us at any given time and stuff like that. And
Yeah, we find reasons for them to have, and my kids now have. I got teenagers, and they both have. Of course, May's driving now, and that's a,
yeah.
one reason to have her have a phone. So at least one. But I am constantly, in fact, I make sure that I have full access to their phones all the time.
Yeah.
And can monitor as best any parent can, I guess.
Yeah.
You can't monitor it 24/7, but I can look at all their messaging. I look at all their text messages. I look at what they're looking at, that kind of thing. You can't be careful enough in my book.
Well, I don't know of any way that you can, and the second reason I never stated it is the availability of things like TikTok and YouTube Shorts and things like that. YouTube does have like some restricted modes, and I don't know about TikTok because I don't have TikTok, but I can guarantee you, if your kids are scrolling through those little 20-second videos or whatever, there's language you and I would have our mouth washed out for.
Oh,
if,
yeah.
If we said those things.
Languages, images, and everything.
Yeah, and basically you got to the young children filling their minds with those things.
But you're pressured by society in general, because here's what happened: your 10-year-old, your 11-year-old, your 12-year-old, your kid, maybe even younger. All my friends have them, and that's the way they call each other, and
That's the way they communicate.
Because that's the way they're communicating now.
Yeah.
And, I mean, that's how it began, even with us. Is like, okay, all of their friends had one, and they want to be able to talk with their friends that way.
Yeah.
That's the way it happens.
Yeah, you're right.
Of course, when you and I were growing up, it was the phone.
That's right, and the longest cord you could
The
find.
longest cord you could get, and I had lots of phone numbers memorized in my head.
Yeah, and you don't anymore, do you?
No.
So I can remember phone numbers from way back when.
Oh yeah, I remember phone numbers that I used way back when. But of course, even now I'm pretty good at remembering phone numbers.
All right, I'm not. I just don't. I don't commit those to memory. Just like when I worked on people's computers, I don't put passwords. I don't commit passwords to memory, and I couldn't tell you anybody's password, and I may have written it.
Yeah, I wouldn't know that, but I'm just talking about phone numbers that I use. Phone numbers that I use or did use before the cell phones. I still have them in memory.
Yeah.
That kind of thing.
Yeah. Was you back in the day? Did you start back in the day with just 4 numbers?
Oh yeah.
Really?
Well, there were 5 numbers. You could dial back in the day. Our exchange is like 762, then the number.
Yeah.
I remember when you could just dial the 2, then the number.
So do you remember when you could write a letter and just put city on it and drop it in the mailbox and it would go? You didn't have to put Lawrenceburg.
Lawrenceburg, you just put city.
You just put city.
No, that I don't.
Yeah.
Of course, I didn't even write letters. So.
Oh, there you go.
So anyway.
All right. So yeah.
So I'm going to, what was it? Agree or disagree?
That a 10-year-old should have a mobile phone.
Yeah, I'm on the side of keeping them from it as long as you can.
Yeah. So most people do disagree. In fact, between strongly disagree and strongly disagree, it's about 70% of people strongly disagree or disagree with it.
Yeah.
So, and I would too, and no matter what the justification is. Now, my wife, they've got Live 360 on their phone, so.
We do too.
See, and I don't. They don't know where I'm at, so that's why I like it.
You would, well.
But they know where everybody's at. You can just say, Spencer, hey.
Listen, I used it at the fair.
Oh, really?
You can zero it in that close.
Yeah.
Because the kids were off at the fair on the Friday night, and they had their phones with them. So I did the Life 360, and I knew where they were, and I made my way to where they were.
Oh, okay.
It's pretty cool.
Every time I turned on Life 360, it ran my battery down. It wants to keep everything on and everything like that. So I just don't like to run my battery down. Okay. Next question. Do you agree or disagree? The voting age should be lowered to 14. The 14-year-olds.
Absolutely not.
Okay, then you would be in the majority there.
14-year-olds,
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Now, there's some smart 14-year-olds. I'm not bashing them, but I'm in the camp that you ought to have to pass a civics exam in order to vote.
Well, I like that. But here I'm in this camp though, especially locally. And I'm on the election commission here, and a couple years ago, maybe 3 years ago, we had to move all of our polling places out of the schools.
Yeah.
So, we used to vote at Ingram South School and over at Lawrenceburg Public School and
Right.
Leon Elementary,
Right.
Places like that. But the school board made us take out the voting precincts from the schools and move them. So we moved them to local churches pretty close to it and stuff like that in civic centers. And so my thinking is that these days, and I guess this is when I was in school, we didn't get out of school for nothing. And it seems like they get out of school for everything these days. If it's going to storm, we never went home when it was fixing to storm. Did you guys?
Well, we didn't have the warning systems we have now.
Yeah, but school's just as safe as my house, I would think.
Well, in a lot of cases it
Yeah.
is, no doubt.
But it seems like they get to go home for a lot of things. So my idea is this. Yeah, 14-year-olds shouldn't vote. I would disagree with 14-year-olds, or the voting age should be lowered to 14. I disagree with that. So, but I do think that you should be able to take a 14-year-old to the polls and show them how to vote and the semantics of voting.
I agree.
So
I remember going with my parents to vote, and actually they would let me go in with them.
yeah,
You know.
yeah, and they still will today.
Yeah, they still will today.
And but if you're going to let the kids out for the fair, let the kids out one day to go vote. You know, the first Tuesday following the first Monday.
To go vote with it,
November.
not vote, but go with their parents.
Yeah, go with their parents to vote. Let them know that voting is an important event. You know, the fair is important enough to get off, so why not voting? I'm not talking about just our school system, but you know, every school systems across America. Let it be known that I'll get off that stuff.
All right. Well, let me tell you this. I want to back up to the phones for a second because Mean Joe sent me a little thing here that he took a photograph of. Here's what happens when kids are given screens to prevent boredom, given their phones. Okay, they tune out their surroundings and fail to make everyday observations and connections that are important for their development. They do not learn to entertain themselves creatively. They do not learn how to self-regulate. Their attention spans are diminished because they become dependent on flashy digital learning and distractions. And this is happening to adults too, by the way. They can become anxious and stressed when deprived of on-demand entertainment.
I 100% agree with that.
Yeah, and that didn't. I mean, he didn't just make that up. He found this is something that he found, and I agree with all that. I agree with every bit of that.
Yeah, and the phone, you know.
And listen, it happens to adults too.
Sure.
We spend entirely too much time looking at our phones.
I'll be the number one guy, and I get home in the afternoons, I'm wore out, you know, and so I sit down, and I find myself watching YouTube.
You know, years ago we called the TV. There were people that did call the TV the idiot box.
Yeah.
And they said that because we zoned out just watching TV.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm a TV generation guy.
Yeah, me too.
We're of the TV generation.
Yeah.
And so we grew up having the TV. Now, we've got generations now that grew up with the phone. They don't really care much about TV.
Yeah.
My kids rarely ever watch TV at all.
We watch some. Now my mom's listening today, so I get to pick on her.
Okay.
They wouldn't turn the air on in the house. We'd get out of the house. It was cooler outside than it was inside. And so, no, I'm teasing. We had one of those old through-the-wall air conditioners, you know, and in the morning time, your teeth would be chattering, you know, after you get on all night. All right, this next one is not a good question.
I might have missed a phone call there because I turned the ringer off because it was ringing too much a while ago. I'm turning the ringer back on.
Okay.
So I can hear it if it rings. I missed a phone call, I think.
Okay.
766-9393 if you want to chime in with us this morning. We're fine with that. It is 8:37 here.
Wow.
It's to the Quik Mart hour. How about that?
I like that. So, so if you're just waking up, head down to your Quik Mart store, get a biscuit, get some coffee, or maybe
Gosh,
a
that
fountain
sounds
drink.
good.
Hey, guess what? My next coffee is free, so I can't wait to go.
Oh,
I
I
can't
can't
wait
wait
to
to
go.
get there.
Yeah. All right, so this is a question that, is it better to live in the countryside, or I'm sorry, it is better to live in the countryside than the city. Do you agree with that or disagree with that? It is better to live in the country than the city.
Well, for us here, obviously, we think it's better here. It would be somewhere else. And, of course, I consider anywhere in Lawrenceburg and Lawrence County country.
Yeah.
Even if you're in the city limits, you're still in the country compared to big cities.
It gets a little hustly bustly here in the afternoons. You know, after noon, after lunch, it gets just crowded up.
Well, it does, but it's nothing compared to living like in the Nashville or a metropolitan area.
I drove back from Nashville yesterday, and I thought to myself, I'm so glad I don't do this every day.
Mm-hmm.
So
I used to be up there every day.
Yeah, I did too.
You know, I traveled it a lot. I was up there every day, and
I went up there when it was 2-lane road. You know.
Yeah.
Oh, here comes John. He's
Big
got
Bad John is in the room.
John, how was the trip yesterday, John?
The trip was awesome. The burger was so big, I couldn't get my mouth around it.
You had to have a flip top head to eat it.
I almost had a fork and knife.
Yeah, I'm telling you, it was a good cheeseburger. I will be going back there.
John,
I really expected chicken stew, but I noticed they only have certain days they
They
do
have
that.
certain days they do it.
yeah, so there was like a sign out in the yard that said,
On the next day is the 11th, October
Yeah.
the 11th.
so, didn't he start with like a cauldron out in the front yard, or maybe that was just a prop for the things that, but we used to drive by there, he didn't have the building at all, it was just a cauldron out in the front
It's a
yard
nice place.
with a sign, yeah.
It's a nice
Yeah, it's got a
place.
bathroom.
Got a bathroom and
Well,
everything.
you can't ask for anything else.
And we drove the Buick down.
We drove the Buick down
There
there.
you go.
It's like riding on air.
Did it float all the way down?
Yeah.
Who drove?
Jeff, we did it.
I drove.
Okay, what's your car? You need to.
Yeah.
We were doing 82 miles an hour going over Thrill Hill.
Are you serious? It's a 45 down there now.
Lanny's head hit the top of it. Is it 45?
Yeah, it's 45 now.
Lanny's head hit the ceiling and Dennis's butt kept hitting the pavement.
Well, it wasn't far from it when he sat down.
Yeah.
Now, I was talking to Jeff about the picture that you guys took, and I think that's a very iconic picture. It's going to be one of those that people look back years from now
Yeah.
and say, do you know any of the guys in this picture? Because all you guys are very well known, even in your own circles. And so I'm thinking that with the four of you guys, probably most everybody in Lawrence County knew somebody in that picture. So it's going to be one of those yesteryear type things.
Yeah. Well, we just made history. That's all I can
Yeah.
say.
Yeah, and I'm sorry I wasn't there.
We made history. We're gonna do another. Lanny wants to go to Mrs. Bobo's. We got to do that one
Oh, yeah.
Where's that at?
Over
in
in
Lynchburg. Lynchburg.
Okay.
Yeah.
So,
And you got to have reservations to do that because it's a big deal.
I'm used to places like that.
I know you are. Well, let's see what Miss Peggy wants to chime in about.
I want to chime in on my cell phones and children. If I were parents, which I'm not now, children, I would want to know what the medical data showed, and has there been any research done on children, giving them the same phone that the parents have, because there's already some cautionary things in the medical literature about things like this. An example that goes back, the tech companies are kind of like big tobacco, big pharma. They discontinued some of this research. And years ago, I was about 50. I remember going to the dentist and they wanted to do an x-ray on me, and I asked for what the young women wear with the, how they block it out so that it wouldn't hurt the baby.
Uh-huh.
And they looked at me like I was crazy. I said, honey, if it hurts a baby, it could hurt another one of my organs.
Yeah.
And now x-rays are listed as enough radiation to be a cancer risk.
Yeah.
And a second thing has to do with a man from my church, and this is Wi-Fi and things like that too. They're cautioning people, from men in particular, not to have their cell phone in the pants pocket. I won't go into details about the research. He wasn't as old as me, but he had something wrong with his heart. And he said he looked around where they were sitting, and they were sitting in a section with everybody using their little Bible notebooks.
Uh-huh.
When he went outside, it got better. He ended up changing churches because when he changed and sat with people reading the Bible or not having a laptop, he did better. I just wanted to throw that out about children.
All right.
You need to know they're in the developmental stage, whereas adults, if they use these things and get sick, it's their fault.
All right. Well, Peggy, you're way too deep for me, but thank you.
she's got some good comments.
She does.
And what's the Kennedy guy's name that's over the health?
Robert F.
Yeah, so he needs to probably take a deep dive into that if he's really wanting to fix the health.
Well, I mean, a lot of it's known.
yeah,
I mean, it really is known. It's undeniable that giving kids phones too early and even adults having too much of it, it's not a good thing.
well, I'm going to the doctor this afternoon at 1:30, and maybe I'll start not carrying my phone in my pocket.
What about the mustard being turned brown?
The mustard.
Oh, yeah, you got something I don't know about.
Well,
They're doing away with yellow dye.
the yellow dye.
Oh, yeah.
So mustard's not going to be yellow anymore.
Well, if you get Grey Poupon, it's not yellow.
That's true.
And
pure
John,
mustard,
you're
isn't it?
used to that.
Oh yeah.
And you can get brown mustard already.
Yeah.
Yeah. People pull up next to me a lot and ask me if I have
Yeah,
any.
pull up next to you.
Or you already got the windows down.
Pardon me. Do you have any Grey Poupon? No, but I got some Hellman's real mayonnaise.
Oh my goodness.
So you can do us another question, because
All right, another question, John. Okay.
We're doing
Agree or disagree?
Agree or disagree.
Okay.
Agree or disagree? Schools should be responsible for children's moral education. Agree or disagree?
I disagree. I think that's a mom and daddy thing.
I like your answer there, John. I'm going to disagree too. Jeff, what are you going to do?
I disagree, but schools ought to be responsible for correct moral teaching.
That we had one of them in Revelo.
Yeah, we had correct back when I was a kid. Correct.
I did
moral
too.
teaching.
We had Miss Burns, and I mean, we had, all the teachers I had were great.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, I saw my 6th grade teacher this past Saturday. I played golf in Florence, Alabama, and I'm walking up, and there he is, Rick Haddock. You know Rick?
Yeah. I know.
Haddock.
Yeah.
Oh, think so.
I know of him.
Yeah, he's a great guy.
Summertime.
Summertime guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Baseball guy.
He is. Yeah, he was baseball coach up there for years and years.
Mm-hmm.
But now he's got a grandson playing golf, and they were out there playing golf early on Saturday. Because I got there at 9, they were done. So. Anyway, schools should be responsible for children's moral education. There ought to be a component of that in there, don't you think?
You know,
We had a Bible verse every day, and I think saying the Pledge of Allegiance is a moral component.
it is. I mean, it's a good thing.
Do they do that anymore?
I don't know.
But if you took the Bible out of it, or anything to do with what we would recognize as religion.
Yeah.
But if we said we want certain types of attributes of character, such as honesty,
Yeah.
okay, that doesn't necessarily have to be religious. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Honesty.
Yeah.
Loyalty.
What about gender recognition?
No, I'm not talking
That's
about that.
part of morality, and
Well, but I'm talking about just.
yeah, we won't get into that. I
Yeah.
won't put you on the spot on that.
Yeah, well,
So
I'm not,
I know you and I disagree on it. No, I'm teasing. What a look.
we don't disagree on much of anything.
No, we don't.
But no, you know what I'm saying. Let's say if you were going to hire somebody, and you had a list of attributes that you wanted out of the people that you hired.
Yeah.
You know, you want honesty, loyalty. You want them to be clean. You'd want to be on time. You know, all these kind of
That's
characteristics.
like a Boy Scout.
Characteristics that you want taught to young
Yeah,
people.
I agree.
That don't necessarily have anything to do with a particular religion. These are just things that society would expect of a decent human being.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, when the bell rang, you had to be in your seat. You know, that was rule number one.
Mm-hmm.
It taught how to be prompt, and I guess it did. I try to. Well, I'm probably the least prompt person these days now, but
I think
see
the
where
deal
you're going
was
with that.
back in the day we were scared of our parents.
Absolutely. Yeah,
I was scared of Otto Hammond.
yeah.
I told him that one
He
day.
did that on purpose.
He was very intimidating.
He was intimidating. He did that on purpose too.
And he wore that hat on top of his head. He wouldn't pull that hat down.
Yeah.
And you remember that, John?
Yeah, I remember.
He had old summer cap and had it like he had the back of it pulled up 3 times where he couldn't fit it on his head.
You know, do y'all remember Norman Marston?
I do.
I scared death of him. He's one of the nicest human beings you could ever meet.
He was.
Well, he was,
But
it was their position.
But in school and in his position, he was intimidating. He was a big man.
Yeah.
And he put his paddle in his hip pocket,
Yeah.
sticking up in the back, and he'd walk the halls with that
Oh,
paddle.
yeah.
And I'm like, and in that day and time, and man, I was like, dude, I didn't want to cross that man. You
Yeah.
want to? And he kept everybody in
It
line.
was back when you could beat kids.
And rightly so. But you know, I never got a paddling I didn't deserve. I never got a paddling I didn't deserve.
No, I deserved more than I got, but
Yeah.
I took Cocoa Burls one time and put them in a girl's hair and
Oh,
just
my.
kind of spun them around, and that's
Uh-oh.
probably the worst one I've ever got.
Uh-oh.
You didn't.
She had to have she had to get her hair cut.
uh-oh.
Oh, you're kidding. John.
I would call her name, but I'm afraid she'd find me. She probably remembers.
Oh, it's funny right there.
Oh my gosh.
It sounds like something that only you can do in Revelo. It's like, would you find the Cocoa Burrs on the playground?
I haven't seen Cocoa Burr in a long time. They still make them.
Oh, yeah, they still make them. Get out in the soybean patch. They're all out there. All right.
Well, that's cool. Well, I got on soapbox there, so
Okay.
so there we go.
All right.
Where's Keith? Kevin.
Do what?
Kevin on vacation.
Kevin's on vacation.
He is vacationing. He's going. We said earlier he's going to come back tan and fat.
Well, you ain't gotta worry about the tan part, or the fat part.
All right, here's the next agree or disagree. Jeff and John, do y'all agree that the president should be elected by popular vote?
No,
You disagree with that?
I disagree with that 100%.
Okay. Why?
Why?
Yeah.
Well, I think the system we've got is designed very, very good and well for a good reason. So that majority is not always right. Most time they're not.
Is that what it's based on?
No, but that's just my opinion.
Did you just make that up?
No.
No, you didn't make it up.
No, I didn't just make it up.
So, I don't like the idea that New York carries as much weight as it does.
Yeah, I mean,
and California carries as much weight as
if
it
we
does.
had popular vote, if that's all that counted, popular vote, then California and New York would decide the election every time, period.
No, they wouldn't.
Pretty much.
No, if you look at the counties in California, most of them are red.
But the popular vote is the vote count. Those counties that are red have very few people in them.
Well, you're right about that.
They have very, very few people in them.
So I'm trying
Compared to the cities.
to do what?
Compared to the cities.
So you're saying the electoral vote is the popular vote then? Does it differ?
Yeah, it differs.
So you could,
And you know, that's the argument that they made, that you know, when Trump won the first time, supposedly he did not win the popular vote. He won the electoral vote, but he didn't win the popular vote.
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
So I'm just saying, now he did this time.
Yeah. Anyway, I just don't like that some bigger states, like Tennessee has grown, but our electoral vote, our electoral college has not grown. How does that happen?
Well, I don't know the particulars of that, honestly.
We've had 11 for years,
Yeah.
and Tennessee has probably doubled in size since we've had 11.
You think?
No.
No. You just made that up.
Maybe 30%.
Said
though.
maybe.
I mean,
What do
look
you
at how
think
big
the-
Nashville's got.
What do you think the population of Lawrence County is versus 10 years ago?
It's probably up 10,000, maybe. Nah, maybe not. Maybe 8,000.
I base it on trying to get out of the.
That's what we just talked about. Yeah.
Driveway out here.
Well, the problem is we concentrated them all in one place.
We ought to be able to find that out.
Yeah.
That's shouldn't be hard to find out.
Yeah, so when I was mayor, there's like 10,800 people in Lawrenceburg. Now there's about maybe 12,000.
Yeah.
So it's not a lot more.
I base it on pulling out of work.
There you go. How easy it is to get in and out of McDonald's. You don't work at McDonald's. All right, so we got to find a different question here. Uh-oh, somebody's calling in. Is that?
Hang on just a second. I'm trying to find something. Okay. 12,112 people in Lawrenceburg.
Okay.
Lawrenceburg.
Yeah.
So it ain't grown much.
I figured you'd chime in on this.
Okay, I did some research on this recently, and it concerns me, but I'm not sure why and how it concerns me. If a student from Lawrence County goes to Middle Tennessee State University in 2030, the census year, even though they're a legal resident of Lawrence County, they are counted in the census for MTSU, and evidently they can go get these records from the colleges now.
Okay. All right.
Okay, I just want to throw that out. I think that could be a real factor with these cities getting a lot of liberal votes, not from Lawrenceburg, but other places.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. So
Thank you now.
she's saying that if you're a student, like over in Murfreesboro, you're counted in the Rutherford County census. I guess I don't
Well,
know.
I'm going to tell you something that might surprise you.
Yeah.
Our population in 1990, Lawrenceburg,
Okay.
11,137 people.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's before Murray shut down.
And then,
Oh, the Murray was in there still
So,
rocking and rolling in 1990.
yeah, so, and so now, the population of Lawrenceburg is 12,000. So we're only up by 1,000 people
That's
since
right.
1990.
Yeah.
14 years.
That don't sound right, does it?
It don't.
It sounds like, now, that's just Lawrenceburg, which is a 38464, okay? That's Lawrenceburg only.
Yeah.
So it's not counting the county. The county, I don't know how we would do that.
Maybe there's more people walking back in the 90s versus
Let's
now.
do,
What Lawrenceburg is and it's been this way for years, because it was when I was mayor, is that we have, more people come to Lawrenceburg during the daytime than actually live in Lawrenceburg, if you know what I mean. So on any given day, there's 30,000 plus people in Lawrenceburg.
All right. Hey, we gotta talk to this man. Hey, buddy.
What's going on, Jeff?
Well, we're trying to decide how many people's here in Lawrenceburg.
I can tell you how many people's in Lawrence County.
All right, let us hear it.
46,400 and something.
That's right. I was just looking at that.
Oh, you found it?
I
Okay,
found it too.
I didn't know you found it.
I was
What was it
looking
in
it up.
1990?
You know, the population of the county hadn't changed much in
Well,
years.
it's changed quite a bit. I get from 1990, it was 35,000 in 35,300.
Sure enough.
Yep, and 46,000 right now. So we've grown by 10.
More than I thought.
We've grown by a little over 10,000, which you said earlier, didn't you?
John said that, but he didn't know what the hell he was talking about.
Thank you, man.
All right, thank you. Listen, in 1970, 30,000. Okay.
Okay,
So, and then today, where'd it go?
that seems like a lot.
Today, 46,467, as he said. So how about that?
So where's the line at? Where's the line where you know everybody and then you don't know everybody? You know,
Or you know everybody? Do you know 46,000 people?
no, but you know there's got to be that line somewhere. You know, like everybody in Mayberry knew everybody.
Well, yeah. You know, and I've been accused of having a Mayberry mentality,
Well,
which I
that's
don't.
not a bad thing.
I like having a Mayberry
Yeah,
mentality.
absolutely.
I like knowing people, and you know, and we do. We're fortunate enough. You guys, both of you and me, we've all been in the public eye for a while, and so dealing with the public. So we see a lot of people. We see a lot of people we know, but also you can walk up. You can go to town and see a lot of people that you don't know.
That's right. You're
Yeah,
exactly right.
I agree with that.
You know.
And, you know, like I was saying earlier, Lawrenceburg is a destination during the daytime. There's
Yeah.
a lot of people from Wayne County, Lewis County, Giles County that come here to shop and to eat and things like that. When I was mayor, it grew to about 30,000 plus during the daytime.
Yeah.
You know, and at nighttime we went to bed and there's about 11,000 of us. You know.
Yeah.
So.
I got a buddy that introduces himself to me every time I see him.
For your sake or his sake?
I think it's for both, just so we both
Okay.
remember.
That'd be handy.
Yes,
That would be.
absolutely.
A lot of people, I'm telling you.
Yes.
You know them, but you don't know them.
I know.
It's like going to a high school reunion, you know, and it's like,
And
where are your name tags?
I'm really, really good at remembering faces. I'll see people and I know I've seen that person, and it'll rack my brain trying to figure out where I've seen them, and then it'll come to me, and I'm okay. I remember where I saw that person,
Yeah.
or met that person, or dealt with that person, or whatever.
I've got my 40th class reunion coming up this coming year, and that's one of the things that intimidates me the most is that I don't remember people's names. And so the last time we had one, I was sort of the MC there, and I said, look, I'm just going to break the ice right now. Put your name tag on, and I don't know anybody's name, so I'm going to speak for those who are here that don't know anybody's name.
And your maiden name.
Yeah, you put your maiden name on.
Check this out. I was reading this area of the internet here that I was on to get the population. There's a question here: is Lawrence County, Tennessee, a Democrat or Republican county? And it says, this is from Wikipedia. This is what Wikipedia says.
Which is not always right.
Not always right, but this is what Wikipedia says. Since 2008, the county has rapidly become overwhelmingly Republican, as has most of Tennessee.
Yeah,
How about that?
there you go.
As of 2008, I didn't know it was that far back that it did that, but evidently it started shifting way back then, 2008,
Yeah, it was after the Clinton days.
after Clinton.
Yeah, it was after the Monica Lewinsky scandal that everybody
Oh, okay.
started separating. From
Okay. All right.
separating themselves.
Interesting.
Yeah.
It's 8:57. You listen to the Quik Mart Hour, and we've got to give away the
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
We got to give away the
Forget about
$25 gift card. We
Wow,
sure
didn't
do.
it?
Yeah, look how pretty that is, John.
That's pretty.
That's a nice card.
Yeah.
You know, you should bring some extras in here.
Yeah.
What would we do with them?
Well, I can think of several things that.
I just can't get over this mustard thing and that yellow.
And then this
color.
yellow.
He's worried about his
you don't have
yellow
to eat
mustard.
I don't know if it's going to affect my appetite for mustard.
that. Are they going to take the red dye out of ketchup?
Yeah.
So,
So what color's ketchup going to be?
well, if you leave a tomato on it, it turns brown. So
So we got brown ketchup and brown mustard, and you won't be able to tell the difference.
Maybe I'm not as educated as I should be, but I know that the mustard has really affected me.
You and Carl Childers are the mustard
Oh, I
team.
talked about him the other day. That place we went to yesterday kind of reminds me of the Frosty Freeze. Honestly,
I was thinking about that.
Yeah, I wanted to
Our
order
fries are good.
The fries were good.
How much you want for them?
But honestly, that place kind of reminded me of that little place.
Yeah, you're right
Carl
about
ordered
that.
his, French
That's what
fry
you should
potatoes.
do.
They should get those little hats.
Yeah,
Give me some of the big ones.
yeah.
All right, so let me tell you who our qualifiers are.
Yeah, you need to do that.
All right, so qualifier number one, I'm gonna go in ascending order, John, numerical ascending order, starting at number one. Tony Dick is number one. Number two is Gloria Keener. Number three is Sue Law. Number four is Cindy Adams. Number five is Debbie Pavinetti. Number six is Wanda Chapman. Number seven is my mama, Lou Durham. Number eight, she's disqualified, so you got a 1 in 11 chance. I'll take you out and get you a biscuit. All right, number 8 is D.T. Hughes. Number 9 is Diane Taylor. Number 10 is Linda Purcell. Number 11 is Sam McFall. Number 12 is Ricky Fleeman. All right.
You should roll the dice.
I
You never roll the dice.
That's exactly right. This might be the first time I've rolled the dice.
You do it.
Here we go.
Let her rip.
I'm shaking her up really good here because I want a good winner. All of the people that's down here are good winners.
All of them.
I hope your mama wins.
I'm gonna have to re-roll it if it's my mom. Okay, here we go. My goodness, it is a number 5, Debbie Pavinetti.
Debbie Pavinetti.
Debbie Pavinetti, you are the winner.
Debbie Pavinetti. I thought you could tell me that it did land on your mom.
No, my mom was number 7.
Yeah, but Debbie Pavinetti, number 5. She has a $25 gift card.
And you can't win if you don't try.
That's right.
So, and we appreciate everybody listening. And this hour has been brought to you by Quik Mart Convenience Stores. And maybe next week Kevin will be back, and we'll have some trivia and things that folks can chime in on. And we appreciate everybody that listens to us, but we also appreciate those who come out and see us day by day at Quik Mart Convenience Stores. And I'm gonna be making another commercial for Quik Mart here pretty quick. I made one last week and making another one.
All right, good for you, buddy. All right, we'll see you guys next time.
See ya.
See ya.
Adios.
Insurance, because we're not going to extend those tax credits, are really gonna be hurt, and that's